do calls from the director never actually ring? Whatever, I'll listen to it now.
Bertrand, hi, it's me. Just calling to let you know the department is starting a brand new project. We're going to be making audio versions of all the articles. You don't mind helping me out with this, right? You're my best archivist, and I couldn't possibly give this job to anyone else. Obviously, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to call me or send me an email. I will be out of the office early today, though, so just keep that in mind, but I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Oh, and there's donuts in the break room. Enjoy. Thank you so much. Bye now.
Yeah, sure, okay. Another project on my plate. Cool. This is fine. Yep, and there's the email with my first assignment. Alright, I guess I have to figure out how I'm gonna do these. Listen to SCP Research Archives, an SCP article reading podcast, a member of the Hearthside Enclave podcasting collective. You can find it on any podcatcher every Thursday.
Something I can see coming out of that black hole, two luminous discs. The eyes, it might be a face, might be almost but heavens, something wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. Now it's another one, and another one, and another one. They look like tentacles to me. Oh, yeah, I can see the thing's body now. It's large as a bear. It glistens like wet leather, but that face, ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. It's so awful. The eyes are black and they gleam like a serpent. The mouth is a kind of V-shape with saliva dripping from its rimless lips that seem to quiver and pulsate.
When we last left our investigators, the two of you had gotten away from the center island of Lake Arkansas and had an interesting encounter with a seemingly malicious entity that was trying to attack you from beneath the surface of the lake. You successfully returned the boat back to the boathouse in which it belonged and had a moment to reflect on what you know about the story so far, including just what is the haunting of the Lakeside Dive. The two of you determined that your next best course of action is to go to the trailer park, and that's where the two of you are now. I do not believe that you have yet exited your vehicle, but I return control of this podcast to you.
My podcast now.
Oh, well, I mean, kind of it already was.
I really hope this one isn't inside of somebody's house. I'm really don't feel like doing any B&E in the middle of the day.
We've done a lot of B&E today.
This has been a lot of breaking and also entering.
Well, okay, in some cases it was unlocking and entering.
That is true.
That's unlawful entry, not breaking and entering, which is different.
Oh, good point. Okay, we've been doing a lot of unlawful entry.
Better, but it's different.
Well, I mean, I guess that it implies less property damage.
Yeah. I don't know what the laws on that are about.
I am not.
But I as also we discussed last time, I think that it's gonna be outside because none of these trailers would have been up when we think these candles would have been put up.
That's a good point.
I'm pretty sure that it'll be like around here, but probably outside. Or if there's something that was like, if we happen to find a suspicious shack that looks like it's been up for a while,
Yeah.
If we see some, like, Evil Dead-ass cabin, then it's probably there. Do you want to... Well, I can say this in character. I know how to roleplay. Alright. Okay, so I think this candle will probably be outside. Do we want to split up, gang? Or just cover more ground. How big is this trailer park?
I believe I stated in the past that it's like 8 units.
Oh, so not big at all. Okay.
No, very small. Not a huge need for housing in this area.
Okay.
Given that of the total housing units in this area, half of them are already empty.
I think in the interest of avoiding a repeat of our earlier near miss, we should probably stick together.
Reasonable. Are you referring to us almost drowning, or are you referring to the multiple times we almost got caught by people? Because there's more than one occasion where we had a near miss.
Oh, definitely the almost drowning.
Yeah.
Alistair's like, Alistair's thinking it would probably be easier for me to talk my way out of being found somewhere where I'm not supposed to be if I was alone.
True. But my cousin lives here, so I got clout.
This is true, your cousin does live here, and you do have clout.
Okay. We do that.
Yeah, so let's wander around and look for
let's investigate.
Let's investigate. Or actually, can I roll notice to see if anything, because trailer parks tend to be fairly homogenous. Right? I would like to kind of just do my notice is better than my investigate. I think I'm pretty... Alistair's good at spotting things that are out of place because he spends a lot of time trying not to be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, can I roll notice to see if I might see anything that looks out of place or older than the other structures in the area?
Yeah, sure.
Let's roll some fucking dice. Okay, that is 2 neutrals, a negative, and a positive. Why does this always happen to me? So that's a flat dice roll with a +3 notice for +3.
Sure, you take a look around, and this is a very samey and, I guess, as you said, homogeneous trailer park. All of these units are relatively similar, except for the, maybe personal outdoor decorations. I think I said there was a kind of one of those big, huge tin outdoor planters in front of one. But structurally, they're all pretty identical. They're each kind of wide rectangular buildings elevated off the ground with a wood lattice beneath them and stairs leading up to the front door, although not very high. They're only like a foot off the ground apiece. Each of them are white. Again, outside of the any external decorations that may be on them, and you don't actually see any other additional buildings aside from maybe, I guess there would have to be like a maintenance shack that had like a generator in it or something to get power to this very small community.
Was there a property manager? Or does that, an office or anything?
Nope. Picture just like a little cul-de-sac of 8 kind of samey looking units.
What is the, I guess not forestry is the word I want, but like natural area around here? I was initially thinking like, is there a forest or any kind of like amount of trees or shrub? I'm looking for places that would be able to hide a candle per se. But anything like that is awful helpful. What does that kind of look like?
Sure, you're not really in a forested area. You're pretty close to the lake edge, although that doesn't preclude there being 1 or 2 trees sticking out of like the banks of the side of the lake. But there is a steep drop between you and the lake itself. Not like concerningly tall, just sort of a muddy kind of banked slope. There is a sharp drop, but it's not one to be concerned about unless you were literally trying to balance precariously on the edge. Like I said, 1 or 2 trees. There's probably some low to the ground kind of shrub bushes. Around the mobile homes themselves, there is indeed a ring of kind of grass sod, kind of creating a border between the community itself and any outside vegetation. Every couple of feet or so, there's a little patch of like dandelions and weeds, just like any suburban lawn. But no forests, and I think you'd probably be unlikely to find something in the shrubbery. Some more wild, kind of long reed grasses are probably closer to the edge of the lake itself.
Can I roll an investigate, please?
Yeah.
Okay. My investigate is a +2. Negative.
I can help you if you want.
Sure. If and you'd like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
So
I need to roll anything, or can I just add?
Nope. I just take your investigate is what, a +2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a +1 here. So for me, that now gives me a +3. So I rolled a negative,
Nice.
a positive, and a neutral. That was 2 6s in a row. Bazinga.
Damn.
Okay. So, that gives me a 4 in total.
Sure. Investigating what?
I want to investigate the outside and I think the maintenance shed before I handle anything else. I think the homes will be a separate role just because they need to be handled with a little more finesse. But outside and the maintenance shed, I'm hoping I could just cover just to triple check, confirm that there's nothing out here.
Can I try to see if there are, like, do these mailboxes have, like, labels on them? Because I want to see if we know that is his name fucking Harvey? The guy that we played darts
Yes.
with? I keep thinking that I'm getting this wrong, but no, his name is Harvey. His family has been there for he was one of the families that's been there for a long time, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm wondering if one of these is his, like, I want to know if he lives in one of these trailers.
Sure.
So, I'm looking for, the deliver the mail here type notes.
Sure, you take a look around the various units. I'm going to say, starting with the maintenance shed, you maybe give that door handle a jiggle, and it is locked. There's no external padlock, but it very much seems like that cannot be opened, perhaps without a maintenance key, whoever is the person that owns that maintenance key. I will note that the maintenance shed is itself very small, and it probably is just for the storage of maybe some basic gardening tools and a generator. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give it a window so that you can confirm that visually.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Because I was going to
I'm just
have one of us
imagining-
break in, but...
It's just a very standard outbuilding, and looking through the very kind of smudged and speckled glass, you can probably not see any warm glow of a candle-lit flame. Looking around the other units, you're able to kind of quickly devise that maybe 5 of them are occupied on a permanent basis, and 3 of them are empty. Some of those mailboxes are indeed labeled. It seems that only a couple of them are labeled with the person's name. Otherwise, just the street number will do. You, of course, have already been introduced to Deacon's home, where you managed to stay last night. Who necessarily lives in what building is not entirely obvious from a glance, although you will note that in Harvey's case, seemingly, it is very apparent because there is a wood-cut sign on the front of that house that says Big Johnson.
How nice for him. Oh boy. I love it.
Is that hyphenated, or is it does it just say Big Johnson?
I'm not sure what difference the hyphen makes.
Well, the hyphen makes it slightly more like a name, where the other one just kind of tells the world at large a fact about you, maybe.
Then it's non-hyphenated.
Okay, great. Good.
Exquisite.
Do any of the... No, I need to let go of this idea that the candles are settled, as you said, Z. They may be attached to the family rather than the location, so it could be he brought it with him. You can't take it with you, but you can take a candle with you. Are any of the curtains open on any of these places? Besides my cousin's, I guess. I think we can knock him off the list. And Lefty.
No, I'm going to say the curtains are shut on most of those.
Beans.
Okay.
With such a tight-knit and physically close community, those curtains are about the only privacy you get.
You truly, you don't want to get an eyeful, or,
Or an
2 eyes
earful.
full, possibly in the case of, Harvey.
Harvey Richard Big Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a menace and I can't even apologize for it.
Saints is one of the only characters I play who doesn't necessarily aggressively like to get around. That could change, though. Just saying.
You know, if he decides that that's how he wants to go, I love that for him.
Yeah, I do too. We could really turn this rom-com where he's out flirting with people and Alistair's just kind of there. Okie dokie. Well,
okay.
Shit. I guess breaking and entering continues. I'm glad you have that lockpicking kit.
It's always good practice to have the correct tool for the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me think this through. Like, do we want to... I don't know. It's like, do we want to try to get in there, or do we want to, like, try to finagle an invitation from Harvey into his house and then be like, I have to take a shit. Oh, yeah, let me poke around for, weird candles.
You've got a really weird candle in this bathroom.
Well, I mean, if he's here, we saw how small these places are. There's no way he's not going to notice.
No, we would need to be absolutely certain that, frankly, that he's not home, and this is a less than ideal setting for housebreaking.
Yeah, but I think we've kind of guessed that almost everybody's going to be out right now because they're probably all working.
Are there cars in any of the driveways? I'm assuming there's no garages here, it's just carports.
Yeah, just carports and no cars.
Okay.
And around here, there's no way you're getting anywhere without a car.
Yeah.
And even so, Lefty is driven to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we know, I guess we could probably obtain an invitation from Harvey with a moderate amount of social engineering.
There we go.
But this is likely the more expedient option.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be less tricky if we are trying to hide our motives for the time being. I suppose we can't discount the possibility that one or more of the persons responsible for the candles are involved in the situation with Philip's demise. Or with blowing out the candles, even if they did not necessarily intend for him to die.
Alright, well, are these the kind of places that have, like, a back door? I feel like most, like, even your average single wide, like, maybe? I don't know.
Nah, one door.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go in the front door, and I think Harvey should be our first.
Alright, well,
we pit stop.
Let's set our sights on Casa Big Johnson and just walk up and you know what? I'm just gonna try the door handle on the off chance this is kind of town where people don't lock their houses.
Es posible.
Who knows?
The chances are never zero.
Harvey's home is indeed locked.
Okay. Well, you have a lockpicking kit, and I have a +1 on burglary, so I can assist you.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to pick this lock, which gives me a +1 burglary bonus.
Plus
for
my
a +1 2 gives me a total of +3 to burgling. Every single time I see burglary anything, all I hear is burgling your turts.
That's right.
Just needed to say that for the record, that I am sitting here mentally whispering burgling your turts to myself. Rolling some dice. Rolled 2 6s and 2 2s for yet another flat dice roll. Welcome to Flat Dice Rolls with Ezra. This is the only result I ever fucking roll in this game. It's very funny, that it's so consistent. That's
odd.
a +3. Something balance, something, you win some, you lose some?
You win some, you lose some.
It's like, it's fucked up. This shit defies probability.
So sorry, what was that final total?
3.
Lovely. Sure. The door unlocks.
Okay, well,
Bazongo.
hopefully we're not about to walk in on this dude, like, holding a shotgun on his knees, like, aha, I've been expecting you, or, like,
Mr.
petting
Bond.
a cat like a Bond villain. Thank you!
Yes. Well, let's slip in before anyone notices.
Yeah. Let's get in here.
You give a peek over your shoulder real quick and then enter into the home of Harvey Johnson.
All right.
This is a little more rustically decorated than perhaps Deacon's home. It kind of maybe leans in a little bit to the sort of kind of roughneck fishing and hunting sort of aesthetic, although you'll...
He has a deer skull and it takes up like half of the wall.
I'll say there's a mounted fish or two.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, this is a little more rustically decorated, kind of leans more into the sort of hunting and fishing aesthetic than, say, the other homes that you have broken into. There's...
We're being invited into, thank you.
Uh-huh. Hey, you know what? Doing the math, it's been half and half.
Yeah.
Nope. No, it hasn't, actually. You were invited to lefties and Deacons. Excuse me, no you weren't. Let me rephrase
And
that.
Alice's.
Yeah, you were invited.
In fact, actually into Mace's. We just broke into hers again later, so I feel like those cancel each other out.
For sure. However, you also broke into the house of the Lord. So
No one was using it.
Took me a second to figure out what the fuck you meant by that. So I forgot
that
that's a thing that people call churches. And
Okay,
indeed
so
other places of worship that are not churches.
This is half and half. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
you'll find that this home is significantly more rustically yada 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 yada. There's like a mounted fish or two on the wall. There's a simple recliner, like one of those kind of very plush 90s kind of lazy boys.
Yeah.
Those things fuck.
They
True.
do. They really do. You know, a classic grandpa chair.
Yeah.
The place is actually kept up. It is very clean in here. You can, you know, it's one of those situations where when you have such little space, you put a great effort into making it feel kind of cozy, secure, and clean. There's not really room for trash, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is a simple kind of small bookshelf containing a number of reading for pleasure books on there. Nothing as esoteric or as deep as anything Philip owned or that was in the church. Notably, next to the TV, you will see that there is an Xbox.
Like an
Oh,
original Xbox?
Nah, it's probably a 360.
Fair enough. Still a very good console.
Still whips.
Oh, we're playing Halo tonight.
Now we're just trying to get Harvey to invite us over, like, not so we can
Dude, what's
stoop
your
on his
fucking
ship and so we
gamer
can
tag?
play Halo.
I think you know what his gamer tag is.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't even need to guess. And so we've determined the layout of these places is they have like kind of a living room area. There's an actual bedroom and then there's a bathroom and that's kind of it, right?
Correct. Something that could be called a kitchenette, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You want to... I take one, you take the other? I gestured towards the bedroom and bathroom areas.
Yeah, I Alistair nods and heads for the, I don't know, I'll let you figure out where you're going first.
I mean, I'll take the bedroom.
Let's use this.
Everyone, wait. We're looking at a map. So for reference, you walk in, there's a living room area, you turn into a dining area with a kitchenette, go back, and then there's the bath and bedroom right next to each other. So we're going to be we have to go through towards where the kitchenette is to get to the bedroom and bathroom. Let's go!
This is a nice little, that wouldn't be too bad a vibe.
Yeah, this is not bad at all. We're splitting up Alistair's taking the bathroom, I'm taking the bedroom.
And I guess I'll take the little utility alcove, too.
Cool. And I imagine we'll, like, scope out the kitchen as we walk through. We should be able to, like, visually... We can open cabinets and stuff when we come back in case he's hidden it.
Great, in which case, who wants to go first?
Do you want to go first, Matty?
Sure.
This is a pretty uneventful bedroom. It is plain. No singing fish, not in this one.
You got some nice plaids going on, you know, like you got your like.
Oh, he's
your
got
plaid.
those sheets that got like the deer on them and stuff that you put up around Christmas if you do that kind of thing. Because I definitely don't. Haha.
I do love my like one or two sets. I do have a set of flannel sheets hanging out somewhere. They have snowflakes on them for when it gets really fucking cold.
Oh, that's cute.
I grew up in a house with single pane windows, and therefore, yeah, it was like an old house with single pane windows. You bet your ass you had fucking flannel sheets in the winter.
They get cold.
Cold as fuck!
Yeah, there's definitely one of those big, huge, kind of almost woolen comforters. Perhaps a simple side table with drawers next to it. You can get a glimpse into the half-open closet of Harvey Johnson. A lot of samey work shirts and jeans in various states of distress. Not duress. These jeans aren't being held hostage. Distress. They've been faded.
Can I open the other side of the closet just to double check there's nothing hiding in there?
Sure. You roll back the closet door and there is nothing out of the ordinary inside there. Couple pairs of work boots. The dress shirts, jeans, some casual t-shirts, nothing special. An overcoat or two.
Close that side, leave the other side open as I found it.
You know what? I'm even going to give him one of the types of jackets that has like the little faux fur collar.
Very
yeah.
snazzy.
Like a little padded kind of
I want one of those so fucking bad.
wool.
I do.
You know the type I mean.
The sheer, shearling or whatever it is. The
Black World War I pilots.
Okay. I'll glance under the bed just in case. I don't know, that seems weird, but you never know. I also see, it looks like in the closet there is the boiler, probably. You see there's the closet and there's like a section with a
it's the circle.
I'll check both of those places and then I think that probably covers it.
Yeah, sure. You open up the little kind of hatch door that leads into where the boiler is, and there's nothing unusual about that.
Okay, and under the bed?
You look under the bed, and there's nothing unusual about that either.
Yep, and there's a demon under there. Great, just as it should be, and I leave the bedroom.
And the rotting skull blinks back at you.
Oh, wonderful. The bones of his decayed ancestors. Yep, that sounds right to me. Great. Bedroom, check. I guess we check out the kitchen.
Sure, you give a once-over to the kitchen, fridge, stovetop, one of those kind of double basin sinks, and quite a bit of counter space. Honestly, you're a little bit impressed given how much space is in here that this is like a fully functional kitchen, but obviously this suits the needs of its homeowner just fine. Doesn't look like a ton of capital C cooking happens here. It's certainly got everything that Harvey needs.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, you're kind of under the impression that maybe even Deacon takes more advantage of his kitchen than Harvey does.
Well, I mean, if my man is spending every night, at the bar, which, no shade, I know plenty of people who do that.
Yeah, certainly.
For most of human history, if you lived in any kind of, metropolitan area, not everybody fucking cooked in their house because it was a giant fire hazard.
Yeah.
Precisely. You maybe pop open the fridge and see that this man is a bit of a packed lunch guy. Lots of Ziplocs, lots of cold cuts.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Nice. So that's fun and interesting. I do not think that the thing is here.
Okay, so let's just check through the living room more seriously and then we can dip.
The living room, like other rooms in this house, is pretty immaculately well kept. Again, there seems to be a very ordered structure to the way that Harvey lives his life. There's 3 windows, each attached to the 3 walls of this half of the house, that look out onto the various parts of Harvey's domain, small as though it may be. Each one of those has closed curtains Like I said, there's the whole kind of grandpa armchair. There's the bookshelf. There's the Xbox next to the TV. I'm going to give him a very small physical media collection, probably video games, more so than DVDs, but let's throw in a copy of Adam Sandler's Click while we're at it. You know, a gas station DVD. It's the only place you can buy Adam Sandler's Click is at a gas station.
Legally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a licensing agreement with AMPM. But again, yeah, everything very much seems to be in its place. Everything's kind of got its spot, which is maybe what draws your eye toward the bookshelf. It's two very simple kind of mounted planks. They look like they might be handmade. Just, you know, those flat wooden plank shelves with, you know, braces underneath them. Like I said, there's a number of books on there. Looks very much like kind of, you know, light for fun reading. But I'm going to say that you see a kind of folded up piece of paper wedged in between two of the books, which stands out if only because it is not as rigid as the rest of the shelf. It is the only kind of discernible piece of refuse that you can see.
I'm making grabby hands. The out of character. Alistair's not making grabby hands. I'm making grabby hands. I want to grab that little piece of paper and fucking look at it.
You pull out this folded up sheet of printer paper that has maybe kind of been worn down on the edges a little bit, as if it has been folded and unfolded multiple times. This is paper that has a little bit of softness to it. You wedge it out from between the two books that it was pressed in between, and realize very quickly that you are looking at a handwritten letter. Would you like the contents of that letter?
I would love the contents of that letter, please.
No, I burned the letter.
Check your DMs, buddy, because you're the one who gets to read this out loud.
Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, yeah, I guess Alistair will read this aloud for Saint's benefit, and also the benefit of anyone else who may be listening.
Anybody else?
Shut up.
But it's just the three of us here.
Just the
Anyway.
three of us.
We can make this podcast if we try. Okay. I don't expect you to believe in this. This is unbelievable, but I am asking you to trust me that it's real to me even if I can't prove it. As I explained last night at the bar, there are 5 candles throughout this town that are keeping this place safe. They've been here the whole time. I'm entrusting one of these to you. The others are on the island under the highway, in the spare bedroom in my house, under the old church, and in the back room of the 2nd floor of the bar. It took me a moment to figure out how to bind this one to a location you could more easily access. It's a process not worth explaining. They have to stay lit. If anything ever happens to me, I need you to keep them lit. That shouldn't be a problem. The only thing that can extinguish them is human breath, and it's hard to move the candles once they've been bound to their spots, but I don't know what the stranger, capitalized, is capable of. I'm trusting you to take care of this. No matter what you think of me right now, you don't have to check them every day like I do, just keep your eyes out. It's under your house, it won't burn anything. Maybe that's proof enough for you that there's something not normal happening here. With love, Phil A. Creek.
Okay, so just to confirm, spare bedroom in Phil's house is where the last one is?
Yes.
Okay, so
and
we need
Alistair
to figure
kinda
out...
starts
Okay, go ahead.
just like ticking them off on his fingers. So the bar,
Done.
the church, the island,
Done.
spare bedroom in Phil's house, which
Not
will require waiting until...
I don't think she's gonna leave.
Well,
I think we're gonna have to talk to her. And maybe we bring Harvey in this letter with us or something. But either way, so Phil's house.
Phil's house, and evidently underneath, and
Underneath.
like looking down at the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I take a photo of this letter with my phone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very smart.
Chink.
Okay, I will fold it
Okay.
back up and tuck it back into the bookshelves.
Okay.
I think the chances of Alice being combative are high enough that it would be useful to at least try to get her out of the house on some pretext or another. An invitation to the bar from an old friend.
Well, I do think Lefty said he was going to try and reach out to her. Maybe we can talk to Harvey and see if he'll join in on that parade. Especially if he knows about all this stuff, we can... Let's check the candle under his house. I just had this sudden vision of maybe he blew out the candle.
Yeah, let's lock up as best we can behind us and see if we can find this thing under the house. This might also be the kind of house that you can just lock from the inside and then shut the door.
Yeah, it could be.
I guess I would like to, attempt to look underneath the house and see if I can find see if I can see a flame down there.
You step out of the house and quickly down the 2 or 3 steps leading back down to solid earth. Alistair gets down on the ground and sort of cranes his head downward to get a peek under the house, and through the holes in the wood latticing you can see there is indeed a very dull candle-lit light. Of course, dimmed by the fact that it is still broad daylight outside, but you can distinctly lock your eyes on a flickering flame under the depths of the house.
Yippee.
Well, at least we know that whether or not Harvey believed Philip's letter, he at least didn't attempt to sabotage.
Yeah. He at least trusted his friend enough not to blow it out, and also isn't in on something bad. Also, I checked, you can in fact relock the lock.
Okay.
With lockpicking.
Sick.
I knew how to pick locks, but I learned many moons ago, and I don't know if I could do it confidently anymore, and I don't know if I could relock a lock, but I was like, I'm pretty sure you can. Anywho. Okay, so we need to get... My question is, if that is the one that's out, who put it out? Because it wouldn't have been Phillip, but I guess we can... Do we want to go back to the Creek house and just see if we can talk to her? I mean, this is her family, right? Like, maybe she already knows.
It's possible. This is clearly a situation in which at least some portion of the population of this town has been involved with the phenomena from the beginning, which this changes the protocol for minimizing civilian involvement.
Sure. Arrow pointing at Saint Man who doesn't care about that. Sure.
Yes, well. Yeah, I suppose I kind of don't know what else we should do. I
feel like I don't know. I feel like we've beaten all these doors, metaphorically trying to sneak our way through everything, and like maybe now is the time to just take the path of least resistance and just ask.
Well, by process of elimination, that must be the candle that has gone out, if indeed one has been compromised.
Gone out. Yeah. And it seems like she got here after Philip died, so I don't think it was her.
No.
As far as we know, right, Ben?
Yes, she arrived after Philip's passing.
Okay.
Stranger with a capital S. Have we seen that somewhere before? And I'm just like losing my whole mind.
Philip's ghost wrote it in the fog.
Oh.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys have civilian protocol shit, but it also sounds like maybe you're bending the rules here a little. Can we just go talk to her? I'm kind of tired of breaking and entering, I'm gonna be honest. like mentally.
I think it's an acceptable risk.
Okay. Let's go try. I mean, we have this letter here that we can show her. Worst case, and be like, this is something from your brother.
She may even recognize his handwriting.
Yeah.
It's genuine. Well, alright, I guess we'll hop back in the van and return to the Creek house.
Yeah, hop in the mystery machine. You were gonna say my concern is, before I interrupted you.
My concern is grief can make people more credulous, but it can also make them combative.
Yeah, that was my concern too, but I don't know.
Impossible to guess which way she will fall.
Yeah.
I suppose.
And we can't, even if we, like, tried to get someone to get her out of the house, there's no guarantee she'll actually go. And I really don't think, I can't imagine that she will be staying anywhere that isn't the house.
Unlikely. I had hoped that she would prefer to avoid unpleasant memories and move on quickly, but that also seems unlikely.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the time to wait her out.
We'll hop back in the van.
Let's go.
Leaving the house, by the way, you don't see that anybody has picked up on your presence there. There is no note attached. There is no note attached to the car. Nobody is out there waiting for you, or otherwise in the neighborhood. It appears that you got away with this scot-free.
Nobody's going,
I am
"Hey,
curious
shitbag."
who the fuck left that note on our car, as if it also belongs to me. The car.
Well, technically, government-operated vehicle. So.
Yeah, the United States government's car. I'm curious.
It's a taxpayer. It's his car, too.
Yeah. Okay, we'll make... Whose car is it? Who's on first? I have a hunch or two as to who perhaps left the note. But I think that is not our primary... I think that will become obvious as this mystery unravels, perhaps.
It certainly could.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. Vroom vroom.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking
we
go.
We drive back to Phil's house. I assume Alice's car is still there.
Alice's car is still there, and I don't have anything interesting to tell you about your journey over there. Like I've established already, most of the town is currently at work or at the bar, so you don't encounter anyone on the road or see anything out of the ordinary. I assume you're parking in the driveway since you're not surreptitiously sneaking up on the home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's time for cards on the table, and Alistair is not going to fight Saint on that.
Yeah.
In that case, wiggity waffle, you have fast traveled.
What?
I opened my map.
That's wow, that was not.
It looks like we have a side
collection
quest over here.
Oh shit! That just was not a collection of vowels I was expecting to hear.
That was fun. I liked that.
In quick succession, I enjoyed it.
Okay. I guess I'll probably. Do you want? I guess I'll take the lead here. Ugh.
You have
Oh, I have bonuses.
I think that you established a rapport with her earlier that...
I think you established a rapport, because you were helping her sweep, but I have a bonus to rapport when telling the truth to get someone to do what I want. So...
That is true.
I should definitely talk to her.
I think that your specific expertise in this situation will make you the more convincing of the two of us.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeehaw. Cool. I'll go up to the front door. Knock, knock, knock.
Sure. Just as earlier this morning, and by the way, several hours have passed.
Yeah.
Just as earlier this morning, Alice Creek answers the door, so too does she again. Although she looks a little bit less sad. It seems like maybe her crying phase this morning has passed.
Fair enough.
You know, that's grief. It comes and goes, right?
Yep, very much so.
She looks a little more put together, and is frankly a tiny bit surprised to see you twice in one day.
That's fair.
Wait till she finds out you were there 3 times in one day.
I'm not going to tell her
Don't worry
that.
about it.
But she opens the door and greets you with a, hi, sorry, Saint?
Yes. Yes, that's my name, I know. Weird one. We have some additional questions, if you don't mind. Or more specifically, there's some place I'd like to check in the house. We found some interesting stuff in the process of our investigation, and just, I want to check something in the spare room.
Wait, sorry, which spare room? What, like the bedroom?
Great question. Here, I will in fact, even, like, pull up the letter. I won't show it to her yet unless she wants to see it, but, Philip wrote a letter saying that there was something quote, in the spare bedroom in my house. And we're looking for that thing. So presumably there's a guest bedroom?
Something in the spare bedroom. Well, there's not much in there other than, it's kind of, I mean, it's mostly empty. I don't really know what he would be referring to. Sorry, a letter? To who?
To a friend of his. We're looking for a candle, specifically. It probably would have been lit, hopefully. I know it seems odd. Can I roll rapport here to get her to, like, let me in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm rolling with a +4, by the way.
I'm
Sick.
sure.
Because this is the honest to a fault, +2 to rapport when telling the truth to get someone to do what I want. And what I want is for her to let us investigate here. And I have a +2 to rapport anyway, so +4. Neutral. Negative. 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 I rolled 3 1s in a row. Ha ha!
Boo.
So that puts me at a 1.
Oof.
Jesus Christ. That's
Damn.
just mean. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my other lucky here to re-roll that. I had 1
Sure.
left. And I only get 2 as a chapter, but, like, that sucked. So I'm gonna try again.
We would be really good to gain here without
Neutral.
having to...
That's another fucking 1. So that's 2 negatives. So it's 2 neutrals and 2 negatives, which is better. That puts me at a 2.
I'm trying to think about how I could help with this situation.
I mean, I have 4 refresh still. I can keep going kind of forever.
A candle? Yeah, there was a candle when I showed up, but I, like, blew that out.
I just had to physically restrain myself for saying fuck.
I'm surprised it hadn't caused any damage. That's a fire hazard.
It was,
Wait, how did you know there was a candle? Why would he have written people about a candle?
Miss Creek, can we come in? Or do you want a full explanation before I come in? Because I could go, this might take a while.
You give a +2 on rapport. Yeah, alright.
I was gonna say, I will chime in with it's the kind of discussion that would benefit from a cup of coffee. As in, like, I'm offering to make a cup of coffee.
She hesitates a little bit, and you can almost see the door kind of wiggle back and forth as if she's trying to impulse decide whether or not to shut the door on you or not.
Fair enough.
But after a moment, she caves, and you can see it in her face as she goes, "Okay, I think you two better come in."
Okay.
And leaves the door open.
Great.
As she herself walks back deeper into the house.
Alright.
We can close the door behind us.
Yeah.
You said you blew out the candle. When was that?
Like a week ago, when I got here.
When did Phil die?
Just over a week ago.
Okay, so she did. That adds up is that she came here after he died and blew out the candle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
maybe he did just die in a boating accident, but still, this is a different problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how much you know about your family's history, but those candles are very important to it. Your brother was here keeping an eye on them, as it were. There's 5 in this town, including the one in your home. And they needed to stay lit for a very particular reason. This is not me blaming you, of course. If I saw a lit candle, I too would think that it was a fire hazard, because generally they are. In this case, in fact, it was not.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. What do you mean they're supposed to be? It was just a candle in the spare bedroom. Like, Phillip presumably lit it before he... I mean, why would he have lit it before he went to the bar? But yeah, it was just a spare candle. What are you talking about?
Actually, that candle was lit probably over 100 years ago. Maybe you should read this. And I'll hand her my phone with the letter on it. This was written by your brother to a friend of his, Harvey. He's a regular at the bar.
Sure, I know Harvey.
Okay.
I don't expect you to leave this. Okay. She hands you your phone back, and kind of like rubs the bridge of her nose a little bit. Okay. I think I know what this is about, but, I think it's maybe a lot less exciting than you're making it out to be.
Okay, sure.
Our grandparents, Phillips and I's, it was my mom's parents who lived here. They believed in some weird stuff. They were always talking about like good and bad luck and, making a wish. It was, it seemed like grandparent stuff, but I think they kind of believed some of it a little too sincerely. I think Phillip was close with them as they were. She struggles to say this next part. As they were getting older and passing on. And maybe he picked up on some of that, but whatever he's worried about in this letter, I don't think it's real. I think this is some old traditional nonsense my grandma believed in. And I'm sad to see that, I don't know, Phillip got caught up in it, but it's not real.
Sure. Would you mind if I take a look at the candle anyway?
Not without me there. Here, I'll walk you up.
That's very reasonable. I understand. Thank you.
The three of you then, I presume.
Yeah.
Walk up that staircase.
No, Alistair drives away and leaves me here.
You could be standing guard. The three of you walk up that staircase, and up into the second floor of the Creek house. It's that same kind of narrow hallway from before. Across the way from the master bedroom is the door that leads to the spare bedroom. She opens up that door, and you see, and she's right, the spare bedroom really does not contain all that much. But there's a rug on the floor, a small table with a silver plate, and a black candle on it. This candle is, of course, unlike the others, not lit. Leaning against one of the walls of this room, much like in the attic, large floor-length mirror. And as you open the door to step into that room, through the mirror, you can see someone walking out of the room, just for a moment, out of the corner of the frame.
Bad. Great.
Uh-oh.
Did it look... Were we able to look at it long enough to see if it, looked like someone we knew, or if it was just I can't see, or, you don't know him?
You didn't recognize them at all. They were a stranger to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like a stranger, mayhaps.
Fucking great. Cool.
What you've been listening to was ParaScience, a glimpse into a world unknown. It is an actual play horror adventure told to you through the Fate system. Our players are Ezra Kaye as Man in Black Alister McAndrews, and Matty Trumbo-Gomes as capable young man St. Garcia Flores. As for myself, I was your game master and disembodied voice, Ben Hamlin. I also produced this show, with editing assistance by Matty Trumbo-Gomes. Our theme song was by the incorporeal Johnny Rinaldo, and our logo was created by the haunted visage of Terra Bosart. This show is brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. You can check out our website and all of our other shows at infinitybreak.net, and I would encourage you to join the haunted chorus of voices at the Infinity Break fan Discord, bit.ly/Infinity Talk. That's capital I Infinity, capital T Talk. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/Infinity Break, where you can start donating to Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month. Finally, if you listen through Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a review. Reviews help us rise in the podcasting charts and help more people stumble across our show like a body in the woods. That's all for now. Let ParaScience gaze back at you like a face in the mirror that isn't yours.